Hello and welcome back to Vets Play D&D with us, the Vets, who are playing D&D. Tonight we have the whole crew with us. Say hi, crew.
Hi.
Very exciting. I'm
Hi, crew.
Brandon. I'm Brandon. I'm your on again, off again, but on all the time DM. I don't know why I said off again. I've never been off again. Anyway, I'm your DM tonight. And tonight we have with us, playing that top left corner, Jordan playing the Paladin Fate. Next to Jordan, we have Sam playing the Barbarian Tashi. Directly next to me, we have Emmy playing the Rogue Railer. Or Bard? Rogue Bard? Bard. It's just Bard. Yeah. And next to Emmy is Adam playing the rogue Danzin, who is on a boat. I'm on a boat and it's going fast and got a nautical
Above
theme,
the
Pashmina F.
mermaid.
Thank you. Then we have Hunter who's playing the druid Stony, bringing up the rail. I can't talk today. Last two folks
Got
are
this.
Jesse playing the Rager Rupus and Liv playing the Warlock Petra. Tried to go on this cool like swirling thing and it threw me off. I didn't talk. Anyway, it's been a day. Before we get started, I would like to say that viewer discretion is advised. This campaign includes settings and concepts about war, inequity, and conflict that might make some viewers uncomfortable. Additionally, it is being played by U.S. military veterans, and the content definitely reflects that. We're crude, we're rude, and well, we just really don't give a shit. Finally, the views and opinions expressed by the individuals in this recording are solely the views and opinions of the individuals expressing them, and are not necessarily the views or opinions shared by or reflective of the views or opinions held by the University of Washington, the Department of Veteran Affairs, or veterans as a whole. All right, I think I covered it all there. So, when last we met, our intrepid party had opened a portal by converting a convergence or an anchor. It's been called many things, but basically they stopped the local wizards from stealing power from another dimension. But by doing so, they were contacted by another entity who strangely thanked them and gave tantalizing whispers of future aid or something. And then they were instructed by Rayler of the next phase of their mission, which is handed to them by Reshna Gortakar, the current head of state for the Savril Empire. That mission included sailing to Tasoc, well, commandeering a ship, sailing to Tasoc, making their way to Terenga Port to meet with a contact and find out more. They stealthily moved their way through a local fishing village, found a ship, and then proceeded to completely destroy the village as they commandeered the ship. And by they, I mean one individual ran off and blew it up himself. However,
It's
whole
not the one you think.
the party was able to escape, leaving behind the devastated wreckage, more like a crater, of the village behind, and all the people therein. And that is where we left, with everyone on a boat. What do you guys do?
Fade loudly exclaims, I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat and
I'm going fast
So what's the
and
I got a
plan?
nautical theme, Pashmina Afghan.
What's the plan, Railer?
Rayler's really glad that that the disruption happened with the on the boat theme song playing, and starts to rummage around for alcohol and pulls out a, why do I want to say a shaft of wine? I don't know what this thing's called. A wine glass? A wine
bottle.
bottle.
Carafe.
Bottle.
Okay.
Or a wine skin.
A wine skin. That's what I thought. The shaft. You get it. Okay, so
I don't know how wine skin and wine shaft are the same.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Let's not highlight it. Let's just move on.
who's taking
Hey.
title?
No. Let's.
Let's
mm-mm.
This
never
isn't
know. Skin.
Brandon's trauma counseling episode. We already had that.
Yeah, so
I feel great. Let's move on.
Petra feels sad that she's been wearing the same outfit for since Fate died.
I gave
So
you a
now
cloak
that
back.
he's, I mean, I was about to go do it, like approach you and request my ship food back. So
God
While
damn
you're
it,
in and out,
fucking
Jordan.
Mute. Yeah, I know. It kept on muting. Fade gives the shit back to Petra.
play the shift weave. Petra puts it on and immediately she's gonna don something kind of nautical looking, maybe like a large hat with a feather in it or something. Like somehow even more. Petra already wears so much jewelry that it's like you're confused. It's like that much can fit on her body. There's more than you thought possible. What's up?
I was
Does
a
Petra
hat
have a
with a
full
feather.
neck?
Nautical.
Pirate vibes.
Okay.
Large hat
Petra
with a
have a-
feather.
Does Petra have a real
Okay.
full neck from all the jewelry she carries?
Petra's neck is proportional to the rest of her body. Thank you for asking. Yeah.
So, okay. Please remind me, Railer, what we're supposed to do when we land here. I'm completely
Yeah, and
Um,
what's the name of the town?
we're headed to Tasoc, right? And what are we doing there? Does anyone remember? It doesn't need to be Railer.
So, right now we are heading across the waters. Where are my notes? No, I have really good notes. Where are they? This isn't fun for me if they're not here. Okay, I found it. Okay, so we are heading across the water, and Rayler asks for a second, holds up a finger in a very rude way, and just chugs the fucking bottle of wine and then burps.
'Kay.
Takes a good solid nod and then says, we just blew up a town and it would be helpful if we got to the next town before really discussing what to do. But I do want you all to know that I have your best interests in mind. And
How aren't I commander?
and I would I'm trying to get there. I'm sorry. I know I make a lot of long pauses. I'm trying to piece it together.
Go ahead.
And 250K. Oh,
Stop
that's-
reading the chat and finish your sentence.
Okay, yeah. Oh my god, my fingers are swelling. Anyway,
The fucking tonight's gonna be fun.
so I have your best interest in mind, and while we go across this water, I just want it to be known that we have directions for the other side of it. We have plans; they're all being made, but we do have a period here where I feel like most of us would like an opportunity to discuss what happened. I just feel like as a team, I'm coming on new to this team and strong, and I hardly know you. And you know, when you're dating someone new and you're about to fuck them, you'd rather pay for the first date, right? So I would like to pay for the first date and offer this as an opportunity to discuss what just happened and possibly our future together. Because as a crew, I have some big plans for us. I'm very excited. The big plans being getting to the other end of this fucking lake, ocean. I don't really know bodies of water.
It's a lake. We're on a lake.
The point is, we have a plan when we get there, so don't worry about it, Mission Commander, unless you want to, in which case we can worry about it. I'd love
I
to
feel
worry
like
with you.
that was a weird one. I feel like I should be involved in some way, shape, or form with the
I
plan.
have a few questions too. We barely know this person. We've known her for like
yeah,
6 hours.
yeah. This is a little sus even for me.
If you can just walk to the other end of the boat real quick, that'd be great.
What's that?
Trailer fucking struts.
Okay, do we throw her off the boat? Wait, what are you, little guy? I don't know if we trust you either.
Oh, don't mind me.
Railer is a
I'm just over
man,
here
by the way.
giggling.
I mind.
But do you matter?
Stony grew some stones.
The second genocide really helped.
Petra
yeah.
agrees that Danson and Rayler should take a walk.
Hey, Railer, buddy, you know, I hardly know you either, but maybe we should go take a walk.
Get to know each
Rayler's
other.
also Rayler's already at the end of the boat. Rayler strutted off like a fucking peacock. Rayler says, "You called."
Okay, I'm gonna start off too, but it's gonna take me a little bit longer because you know, short legs and all. Have fun.
All right. Staff meeting. Everybody. Everybody who's not new. Existing incumbent staff meeting.
So dead and or resurrected and still alive. Hello, Fate. Do not trust any part of this, but hello.
Jesus Christ.
Let me know if you get any strange experiences with your resurrection. Like probably start support or something. So those other people, one just blew up a town. I don't feel guilty about that at all because I did not know what was going to happen, and he kind of did it himself. So I think we can wash our hands of that one. Do we agree?
Oh yeah, sure. You betcha.
Petra feels kind of guilty about it, but
I don't think we
she'd
should.
like to move on.
They will probably
Like-
tie it back to us, but
Well, there's no witnesses, so they
who's
really
left to
can't.
tie it back
I mean-
though?
Yeah, his ass is definitely disintegrated.
oh, so no one probably will know it's us.
I'm not sure that this matters, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like
but-
placing the blame. I don't think we need to worry about
No.
it coming back to haunt us. If
Yeah,
that's what you're getting at.
I think maybe the more pressing issue is where the fuck are we going and what the fuck are we doing when we get there? And how come the only person who knows is someone who we just met?
Yeah, and she's kind of crazy.
But yeah.
He's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little I don't what are we doing?
Petra's
Rayler
gonna
pipes.
Rayler's on the other end of the ship. If Rayler approaches the group, we will stab. I don't know. That's a
Rayler
little dramatic.
pipes up. You fuckers blew up a town.
You
And
don't
then
know
walks
that.
We're not affiliated with you.
Anyways, Petra's gonna ask Tashi how she feels about maybe we just slip Rayler some truth serum and then ask in no uncertain terms exactly precisely what Rayler was told by Gordikar. And then
Yeah.
we'll know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't we have a truth bubble thing?
I can do a
too?
zone of truth.
Yeah.
I can do
Oh,
Zone of
yeah.
Truth as well.
Yeah, zone of truth or truth serum, either one.
Both. Just to
Either
double
both.
it up.
The
and
truth
just
serum
make
is
sure.
very pricey. Gotta be
Honestly, I appreciate
Yeah.
you asking me, but you don't really need to ask me if you ever want to do truth serum on anybody. I'm always down. Let's do it. Who wants to trap her? Trap him.
I got
surprises
mine.
me that you're comfortable with me just like non-consensually slipping serums to people.
Oh, I'm fine with it. Happened to me all the time when I was living in the dungeon.
Also, it's a pretty small boat. I think we just corner them and like one side of it and put the truth thing down. They really don't have any other choice but to stand in it.
We could potentially also. No, well, I was gonna say we could just ask if they're all right with that.
We've been asking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Let's do
Dude,
it.
now you turn into like a gorilla or something.
A gorilla? You want to be a gorilla?
Just like I feel like that's the widest thing I can think of.
Oh, like to block them into the zone of
Oh,
truth so they
yeah,
can't
yeah.
leave.
I was not on that train with you. I apologize.
I
I'm
thought you meant like to
tracking
be
now.
threatening, but I get it now.
Yeah. All right.
So,
I'm down. Yeah,
okay,
you want to
so
be a gorilla?
plan
You should be
A,
a gorilla.
ask them. Plan B, gorilla. I need a reason why Stoney knows what all these animals are. So we really should not know.
Right.
Just be a cow. Trap him
Oh,
in
there you
as
go.
being a cow.
Okay,
Otherwise,
so
that'd be-
so both
I need a picture
Rupus
book.
and Stony can do zone of truth.
Fate can as
Oh,
well.
Fate.
Wow.
Yes.
You all three can. Great. That's awesome.
Oh,
That's a
so
lot
of
it's gonna
zones of
be an
truth.
animal.
I can't.
So
That's like a Venn diagram of truth.
I-
okay. So
I can't do
just
it,
Fate.
but-
Just Fate and Rufus then. So what if we all swagger up to them, really nonchalant, and lay
Hey
down some
So
there,
truth.
old person.
Railer and Danzin. Hey, we're having a little bit of a staff meeting. Thought maybe you might like to join us.
Yeah, okay.
You just stand right there near the railing. That's probably your designated spot for this meeting.
In fact, let's all just stand in a like general circle. I think that makes sense. So we can all see each other
And
to
hold
get to know
hands.
each other. Yeah.
Petra pipes up ecstatically.
It's customary the newest members have their back to the ocean.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
kind of like an FNG thing. So just it's fine. You're fine though. Don't worry.
Hazing. I'm familiar with this.
Rayler shakes his
Me
head.
too. Oh my god. Petra was in a sorority.
Nice.
So, who's got the blocks of ice?
No! Rayler just, his voice breaks when he screams no.
I don't have any ice, but I have a paddle in my backpack.
That's acceptable.
Why?
For flipping pancakes or you know.
Yeah. So, what is it that we can help you with?
Her name is Pancakes.
Her name is Pancakes. She has
Commander-
choc chips in her.
Oh no!
Yeah, so we maybe should have decided before. Petra's gonna surreptitiously nudge both Fate and Rufus, who she's standing between.
Well, I'm ready.
All right,
So
let's
do it.
start this meeting.
I'm gonna let Rupus do their zone of truth because there's no point in me burning a second level spell if we already got one up.
Do you say that
Yeah.
out loud?
So technically they do know. They're gonna have to know.
Yeah,
About the
they have to
spell.
accept it.
Yeah, there's nothing secret about Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a big glowing thing on the ground. It's like,
No,
ooh,
they
that's
Don't
feel
find
it.
that.
Yeah, you feel it, and then you have to consent to it. So if you guys,
Or
Yeah.
Take a con save.
Does anyone know the game?
Everyone
Two
knows
Truths
if
and
you
a
take it.
lie.
two truths and a lie.
Let's
What
play
about?
truth or dare.
Do truths and dare. Do it.
Except you can only choose truth.
Oh.
I'm like,
Oh,
or
no.
the first round.
Okay.
Let's play truth or dare, but you can only choose dare.
Rayler agrees to play truth or dare where you only choose dare. Or I'm sorry, only choose truth.
Okay, and to make it extra exciting, I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth
Oh.
just to make sure that you're telling the truth. Do you consent?
Why do we need to do that? What are you going to ask?
It's
Can I know
way-
the list of questions before you?
Oh, this is gonna be a long voyage.
Listen,
It's way more
You're new here.
fun
This
this
is how we
way.
do things. Okay,
Yeah.
Fate can tell you. This is how
Way
we
more
do it.
fun
We've
this
always
way.
done it like this.
Oh,
Petra joins in the peer pressuring. I've never known
Right.
it any other way.
If you're
Yeah,
gonna
you want
join
me
our
to spill
group,
the beans? Just I put a limit at that you do not get to ask me about anything more than 15 years ago.
Fair
How
enough.
old are you?
okay,
I was a young stud, okay, made some questionable choices, and today I'm a reformed man. Half-
Side eye meme at you.
How old are you?
I am 67.
Wait, is the Zone of Truth up?
yeah, I've cast.
Oh,
It
Did they
is.
consent?
Are you actually 67?
I am 67.
Okay.
Thank
It
you very
is.
much.
It is headcanon that a young Danzin was once a male sex worker, and his
Yeah.
his
That's
line
true.
while on the street was walking up to people. You got a little halfling in ya? Do you
You
wanna?
want?
You want to?
That is in my head forever and ever.
Yeah, I'm never gonna forget that. That's great. Okay, so it seems obvious that Danson is down with the Zone of Truth. Rayler gave us a lot of weird pushback. Why?
you're gonna ask me weird questions, as you already have done.
The weird questions where we asked what instructions you were given by Gordikar?
Oh, that's the only question. Easy. Okay, I agree to that question.
Okay.
I don't want you to ask
Zone of
about
truth.
my life or my mom or my dad or my sex life or my religious history or
Somebody's got
anything
daddy
regarding
issues.
my work.
Okay.
So
What
that's a lot.
Instructions were you given by Gordikar?
Really,
Verbatim.
I've got this. Does the Zone of Truth help, like, muddle it along? Because it's just lost.
Do you
Brandon,
want to?
can you talk
Would you like a
first?
flashback of
Maybe.
Gordikar's words in your
Yeah,
mind, since
flashback.
Sounds
since
great.
it is verbatim that they're asking for?
Yeah, because
That's-
what I think it says is we need to make the way south to Terenga Port to link up with the contact. We only have 1 week to make our way there.
Or ahead of schedule. Perfect. What are we supposed to do when we get there?
link up with the contact. What part of that?
So
was-
he told
Okay.
you 2 sentences because
So-
last time you talked to us, you said like 4 paragraphs worth of things.
Yeah, you did tell us that we had to blow up the town and like assassinate someone. It seemed like you. So did you make all that information up? You're in the zone of truth.
That was speculation.
Okay.
Yeah, speculative.
So we have absolutely no information except that we are going to Terenga Port to meet the contact.
Rayler
Hold on.
starts to think and starts to vomit all the wine that they just drank by accident all over the deck is what's happening right now.
All over the dick.
That's your stomach speaking its truth.
I hate it when that happens.
Dick over ass. All right. The other thing that we have to do, I mean, there was a lot that Gortikar said through his eyes, you know, a lot of unsaid things that were said. I
I have a
Big
question for
answer.
you, very quick, trailer, before you continue.
No, you said you agreed. Only questions.
All right, keep going. We're aware that this is what you saw in his eyes. Thank you for the clarification. Go on.
We will also be converting another anchor, the thing that we were at with the stone and the. I mean, there's another one. There's many. There's probably like 20, but I know of 7, maybe less than that. It's all a little bit
Wait, is
fuzzy.
it 7 or less?
And that.
How many do you
Oh.
actually know of? No.
So wait, no,
You
no,
know it's impossible
answer
to
the
not
question.
tell the truth right now, right?
yeah, no. Rayler's vomiting. You
It is
guys are
impossible
just
to
saying them.
lie. It is not impossible to not
Oh,
tell
yeah,
the
sorry.
truth.
It's impossible to deliberately tell a falsehood.
Right?
To
You can
us.
Rayler's
obfuscate, you
actively
can
vomiting.
deflect, but you can't tell an outright lie.
Rayler is not deflecting. Rayler is vomiting, and that's how I'm making up for story progression as to what I'm reading. Fuck off.
I feel like that's the definition of digressing. Anyway, all right. So
And so whenever we make landfall, we're going to be, removing the leadership that involved the invasion of our beloved kingdom, Sartfall.
Okay, so is that's the part that you saw in Gordikar's eyes?
Still vomiting, and he didn't give any specific details. Because what am I? Who am I? I am.
did
who I
he
am.
use air quotes when he said removing the leadership?
Did he say that?
Did he
Rayler
say
now
the
feels
word?
compelled to answer the new questions. I did see it in his eyes. He said, in not air quotes, to remove the leadership.
Hey, Brandon.
Mhm.
Is that true?
She's reading what I wrote.
Okay.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Removing the leadership.
Right.
I
So
would prefer assassination or, shagging to death, but we could do whatever you want.
We know what you prefer, Raylan.
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad.
So, zone of
Yep.
truth. Is anyone else feeling like maybe we placed too much blame for the bad instructions on Rayler and we actually got very bad, vague, unhelpful instructions from our immediate supervisor?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
not feeling that. I'm just feeling hungry.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh,
zone of
ooh,
truth.
ooh.
I respect that.
Danzig, what are you hungry for? Zone of truth, you can't lie.
So
I missed the question. What? You had
Danzig,
a lot
you
of
can't
vomit in your
lie.
mouth.
It's zone of truth. What are you hungry for?
What kind of food is in this universe? Do quesadillas exist?
It's
yes,
it's exclusively lamb stew. I'm kidding. That was the last campaign.
that's it. Only shepherd's pie.
My last campaign,
Tomato
every time they went
sandwiches.
somewhere, all there was lamb stew until there was someone that wanted tomato sandwiches. But that was it.
Oh,
We could probably have
that's
meat
gonna-
pies. We can probably arrange for meat pies from somewhere.
Yeah, half a garlic clove and a meat pie.
Oh, hey, Chief Tested, it's good to see you. Yeah, we started a little bit late. There was a lot going on this week. Just like
Are any of you
every
planning on
week.
betraying
Welcome.
us at any point? Any ulterior motive? What do you really want out of life?
What do I want out of life? What I want out of life is so complex and difficult to answer in a few sentences.
In 10 words or less, what do you want out of life?
Really, let's stand.
Oh.
That's really close. I'm really pleased with how Stony seems to know how to manipulate the zone of truth. I feel like it has a lot to do with
It's almost like
Like
he was a wizard in his
experiences.
past life or something.
Almost.
It's almost like he's cursed.
that's what I'm saying is like if you're someone who's cursed to have to pay very careful attention to how people ask you things, you're gonna be very successful with the zone of truth, I think. Kudos.
Well, Amy thinks of that. Brandon, don't you feel compelled to follow any of the orders that were just to be told by him by Railer? Like,
No,
once he heard that,
Railer,
oh, look,
Railer just answered questions. No one asked you to do anything.
awesome. That's great.
So is there any way we can recheck these orders or offer some clarity?
A ring of sending still? Tasha should have that, right?
Tashi has a ring of sending.
It only works
Oh.
once.
Correct.
Once
One
per
time.
day.
No.
And we're ahead of schedule.
Once until it gets recharged at the at the fallen star. Not once per day.
I
Well, that-
think we should save that for our getaway.
Yeah.
Our
Does
We do have our contact at the other end of this who will be giving us
What?
more. Unclear.
How do you know that though, if that wasn't said to you?
It was. We talked about it.
Okay, so
The-
what
this is the
information do you have about how we're meeting our contact?
Yes. That.
Well, since we're getting all to know each other, can I ask a couple questions?
Please do.
Okay, do you prefer flatbread or raised bread?
Ooh.
Is this to all of us? Are all of us in the zone?
Yeah.
everyone should be?
I like me
Oh.
some rye, not gonna lie.
I have no
Sourdough.
preference. I'm an obligate carnivore. I have no preference. I feel it's a little bit wounded.
You can't have any gluten?
Yeah, I'm celiac disease.
Oh no.
I'm an obligate carnivore
Healing potion,
and I have
and it's
celiac
gone.
disease.
And healing potion, it's gone.
Okay. Do you crumple or do you fold? No.
Jesus.
Everyone needs to answer the bread question.
Yeah,
I'd
we
say
haven't
I'll-
all answered.
I'd
Got
say
3.
flat, because then you can put more toppings on top. You don't get filled up on bread.
Oh, open face. Love it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Up until a month ago, I didn't know anything but flatbread existed, and now I'm afraid of the raised kind.
Yeah, fair.
What are they raising? A coop?
Oh my god.
Rayler, what kind of bread?
Oh, I already answered flat. By all
Oh,
means.
I
Or,
don't
I'm
care.
sorry, raised. Why did I say flat? That was a lie.
Okay.
Lion.
Petra is going to ask her zone of truth question, which 2 of them. The first one is
Wait, I wanted to say my 10 word. Railer says I wanted to say my 10 word. And then
what
I
you
question.
what okay.
My desire in life
That happened literally like 8 minutes ago.
has come back to it.
Okay.
Thank you. Railer is a mischievous bard with a chaotic, loving agenda. I'm skilled in attempting infiltration. That's 10 words. And
Okay.
attempting is a big word there.
Okay.
That's a big one. Trebek.
That's what I want to do in life.
Great.
Actually, are we all answering this from
Yeah.
our as characters?
I mean, Stony did ask us,
Mhm.
are any of us planning to betray the party? And in 10 words or less, what do we most want out of life? So I think we do actually all need to answer
It's 2
that.
separate questions.
That is a very complex question to answer. Can I ask a qualifying question for that?
No.
Who's going to stop you?
How do you all feel about breaking the law?
Oh.
So Fate is just going to go, no, vengeance. It depends on what the law is.
Ooh.
Okie
Okay.
dokie.
I like it.
Mine's no.
Vengeance.
No. Freedom. And depends on whose law.
The 10 words or less doesn't mean 1 word. Come on, spice it up. Spruce.
That's all-
Spruce.
I mean, you
the-
all know my backstory. I have a
Yeah,
list.
No
Kate pulls out the
vengeance.
list.
It depends. Is
Yeah.
very, like, yeah.
And,
And
at the
all I
top, you
want
see
is
like,
to not be experimented on again. So freedom actually works.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
okay with being experimented on with doses of love. And then
No,
real-
just nope. Mm-mm. Nope, just freedom.
Petra
I,
says,
Nuts.
"Wait, go what?"
I,
He
I
said
believe in
freedom
a
reasons.
in a tall flagon of wine, some good old peacetime, and you know, after oh wait, this is more than 10 words. I'm sorry.
That is zone of truth, motherfucker.
Anson doesn't play by the rules.
Are you planning to betray us? That's the first
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
If we got to blow up another village, I might have to not.
Yes or no?
Uh, if you, I don't know. I don't know. I won't blow up another village. I don't think I can do that. That wasn't what I thought I signed up for.
Thank you for your candor.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Oh no.
Am I
Petra says,
Sorry. Go.
Petra ignores that and says, "No, not about that." To the, "Are you planning to betray us?" No. To. Oh, this is tough. Okay. I must prove myself to myself. Oh, okay. Doing good.
You pooping?
And experience authentic, no, wait, no, comma, experience authentic reciprocal love.
Oh,
That's 10 words. Which really reveals a lot about Petra. And what's the last question? How do we feel about breaking the law? Generally pretty intensely opposed to it, but if the law is unethical, you know, yeah.
is for
Yeah.
picking. I think so.
It's
I think that's
authentic reciprocal love. No, it's code for Petra has
absolutely yes.
Petra has daddy issues and has been trying to win the approval and genuine unconditional love of her father for her whole life.
That's what it is. That's what's on the box when you buy it.
Father, when can I be on my own?
I got the whole world to see.
I just want to. I know I can say things in addition to the answers because we're in the zone of truth right now. I just want to say that I hate every second of this.
Of the circle.
Every second of
Fate says likewise.
I do not like this. Can we let's
Wait,
go
no,
on.
no, we have a minute
whoever
left.
hasn't answered?
No. What's the currency of the? Wait, this is Jesse speaking. What's the currency of the this campaign?
Oh
What currency?
God. As much of the
Gold.
currency as
Platinum,
possible.
gold, silver, and
Oh, that
copper,
would
the
make
same
sense.
as every other time.
Okay. Makes sense.
So to be
Okay.
rich.
No. Platinum, but also the friends you make along the way.
Oh my god.
And depends on who's asking me to break the law. And that's it. Rufus has been warming up to everyone. He used to be a solo ranger, but now he's like, okay, maybe there's more to like life.
Sony, will you answer
Um,
your own question, please?
Yeah, sure. No,
Alright.
not planning on betraying anybody. I really just want to escape. Yeah.
Freedom. Yeah.
You want escape?
No,
You
not
already
even
have
freedom.
escape.
Just escape. Just escape.
You already have
No,
escape.
not escape. Escape.
Oh, okay.
Escape with the E. I would run away if I could, but you know, and I didn't really know about many laws, so I'm learning them slowly. But I've probably broken quite a few of them.
Okay. Petra's gonna ask her question now, which is, do you guys believe in true love? And Brandon, is there astrology in this universe? I think we've maybe been over that
Sure.
before.
Why not?
Okay, what's your sign? You guys don't have to tell me your like in-universe sign right now. Just
I
say that your character like answered truthfully,
I
I
don't
guess,
know my universe sign.
if you know it.
Baylor is a
Where?
Leo.
Do you believe in love? True love.
Yes, I have had true love.
That's not the question, but okay.
Are we talking
It's-
romantic love? Because I love Daisy.
Just true love. Any
Oh,
kind of
Daisy
love.
didn't answer.
Oh my god.
Fuck off. Give us an
Just
answer.
kidding. Go on.
I'm not translating for her.
Go on.
Fate looks at his sundial watch.
Do you believe in true love?
Yes. Can we go?
No.
Tony
Why are you guys
says-
taking so long? It's a yes or no question.
Oh no.
Yes, I do believe in it. It does not mean I've had it or that I am going to attempt to have it. I do believe that it exists.
Danson,
It's definitely
Stony.
been more than 10 minutes.
Stony believes in mutually beneficial marriages.
Rufus, amen. Here.
Your poor wife.
And his sign, my sign is one. It says Sciopulus family. It's above my house.
Okay. Danson, true love, yay or nay?
I do believe in true love, and I believe I may have accidentally left her on the road a number of days back. Yep.
Okay.
That's informative. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Where do we go to meet this contact?
Last thing, raise your hand if you knew about the suicide attempt that just happened.
What?
Not the suicide attempt, the bombing. The
Oh.
No one
bombing.
raises their hand for that.
Yeah, no one would have to raise their hand.
I'm pretty sure no one could
Uh,
raise their hand.
Did anyone here know that what's his name was gonna kill everything?
Nope.
No, sir.
Does anyone have a star shard?
No.
What's Star Shard?
That's a good question. It's a
That's a
fallen
good-
star. It's a shard of a fallen star.
I don't think so, because I've never seen that. How would you know if you had one?
You don't have.
You
Don't
would
worry
know.
about it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Does anyone else have any pressing issues that need to be addressed inside the zone of truth? Remember, you're in the zone of truth.
Rayler would like to ask if anybody can speak. Shit. What's it called? Not if they can speak shit. If
I'm actually quite proficient at talking shit. What do you mean?
Jesus.
if any,
Petra is extremely proficient at talking shit.
Which language? Common? Draconic? Abyssal?
if anyone is easily, charmed by good looks or frightened, or if anyone can speak abyssal, celestial.
I speak abyssal.
You do.
I speak
okay.
celestial
Okay.
and primordial and
Petra speaks-
infernal.
Yeah, let's just run through them all. Petra speaks Infernal and Elvish and can read every language.
Thank you for putting that in, Tashi. That was helpful compared to the rest.
I speak
That's what I
abyssal,
was
common, and
fucking
draconic.
brag about.
Humble brag.
I can't read.
I speak deep speech, goblin, grung, and undercommon.
Undercommon, not common. You're
Undercommon.
They're different.
I'm
That's weird.
They're different.
They are different.
very confused.
Sony says, I speak this, and also the one the small people speak, but not his kind of small people.
Oh, I speak
Okay.
animals.
Is
Oh,
that offensive? Small people?
I speak this as well. I speak the small people talk, this kind, and also the things that thieves say. Thieves can't.
Do you represent the Lollipop King?
Guild.
I can neither confirm nor deny my involvement in any
gang.
hard candy related cases.
Guys, I was in the Lollipop Guild in a musical production of
Nice.
Oz when I was a kid.
Nice.
Follow-up question to that. How does everybody feel about their charisma, just in general speaking? Does everyone feel like we're really rated high on that?
Yeah, Petra feels great about that. These don't need to be asked in the zone of truth. We can move on in the zone of truth.
Oh, I have a question. I
Yeah.
have a question. Before
Oh.
really quick.
Oh, one.
Okay. Rufus is gonna procure a piece of wood. It's a triangle shape.
Oh,
It has
God.
wooden prongs all around it, except there's one hole open. It's my game. Would you pay 5 gold for this.
Absolutely.
Think Crackle Barrel, the wooden game where you move the
I know
prawn.
precisely
Yeah.
the game.
Okay.
God damn it.
Brandon,
5 gold
roll
is a
like intelligence?
lot, just
Yeah,
so you
that's
know.
why Patrick
Like,
just said no.
But what
He's
do
kind of
you
a rich
like
It's
most
beautifully crafted.
most villagers might make a gold in like a year.
Yeah.
Okay,
Really?
okay.
Yes.
5, maybe, well, okay, what about 10 silvers?
Relish is definitely yes.
Yeah? Okay.
10 silver is a gold, just so you know.
10 silvers and gold. Okay, okay. 5 silver.
That could be like
Right to me.
half a year income.
I
What
was selling to the wrong
exactly
market.
would I be purchasing if I wanted?
Brandon,
It's
Okay,
100
that-
If I
silver
wanted-
gold. Never mind. Wait, no. Carry on. What are you saying?
But think about the friends you could make playing this game.
Brandon,
Those are
if I wanted to
priceless.
try like Rain Man this puzzle and solve it like immediately, just looking at it, what would I roll?
God, I love that.
I would need just a straight intelligence check.
Intimidation check. Scary. Into compliance.
Intimidation.
Follow-up question to that. Is anybody that's not a save. That's a just a regular check, right? Because you're not a save. You're
Yeah, it's
human.
normal check.
Follow-up question to that. Would anybody like to discuss religion? Because I feel like you're all heathens, and I think that we should discuss. Oh wait, no, I fucked that up. The first question was supposed to be 1, Petra. How do you feel about racism? Do you think it's bad?
Because Petra grew up what is effectively like the only mixed race kid in an all white community. Like that's the parallel for her. Because she's a tiefling. So she thinks racism is bad. She expresses as much.
Really says good. As the zone of truth ends, what do you guys feel? You are all heathens. What do you guys feel about changing religions? I feel like we could really make a stand here.
I'll have to ask my mom.
Oh, are we reaching shore? I hear some seagulls.
Same.
Me too. Let's gather.
Wow.
Let's get ready for getting off this ship.
I know. I want to tell you.
No, it's okay. We're almost on land. We gotta get your things.
Lando!
Put your tray in your upright position and gather your things.
At
Don't
that
leave
point,
any-
the the flight attendants come walking down the aisleway, collecting up your leftover cans and snack bags, and you hear a voice. We're coming into the coast of Tasoc. Looks like it's going to be a rough descent, so we do ask that you buckle up and raise those seat backs and tray tables. We'll be coming in at approximately 1700 hours, and it is a balmy 64 degrees and highly humid. Thank you for flying with Tasoc Water, and we hope you'll fly with us again.
That's
Oh.
some really
Thank
good
you. I
like
wanna meet
airline
this
pilot vocal fry.
Why, thank you.
Top notch.
Thank you so much.
Some ASMR shit right there.
Just my jet ASMR.
Love
Yeah.
it.
You guys do see the coast coming because it's not that far of a journey. These sailing ships can go 120 miles in a day, so and that's what I'm saying. Each of those is 25. Each hex is 25 miles. So yeah, you guys are able to make that not in 10 minutes, but definitely within less than a day. You guys make landfall. You guys see ahead of you just endless coast that seems to go on forever and ever. The closer you get to it, and Railer indicates on a map where there's a small cove where Gordakar instructed that you guys could hide or scuttle a vessel. And so with your newfound expert sailing knowledge, you guys are able to navigate into that cove.
That is wild.
Say hi.
Yeah, I had to sit.
Say hi.
I had to sit.
What?
She has to sit. She wants to sit.
Oh, that's not what I
No,
heard.
she
I'm so
definitely
Not
has
sorry.
to
what she
shit.
said.
Ooh, that sounded
Can you say
different
hi?
through the microphone. Hi.
Do you want to tell them what you did today?
We,
You taking a good shit?
shopping.
You did something?
Shopping.
Oh, I'm glad you did something.
We,
All right. Well, we got to go back to playing. So can you say good night?
Good night.
Say love you all.
Good night.
Love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Oh,
All right.
my
Come,
little
kiddo.
heart.
Mwah. Love you.
That cat.
Oh, I need you to say something. Can you say goodbye, Chief Tested,
Goodbye to Taffet.
and goodbye, Alaskan Care.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, Alaskan Care.
Good night, little care.
All right, there you go.
Oh my
Good job, kiddo.
god.
I love you.
That was cute.
Oh, so precious.
She's so beautiful. I love her.
All right.
I love that cat.
Yeah,
Just
when-
to be clear, 100% she said, Daddy, I have to shit.
Which I don't know.
No other answer.
I don't swear around her, and I've never heard Mariah swear around her except for once where she said, son of a bitch. I'm like, Mariah, language. And Aria,
No,
you catch
I-
it.
She said that because, she's at like a developmental stage.
Yeah,
in
she's
her like
meant
language
sit.
processing.
Yeah.
But it was still hysterical.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I
it is
had
what
to
it is.
shit.
I have to shit.
Oh,
Fair enough.
good
fair
for you.
enough.
Me too at one point today. Okay. You're
No, you guys
human.
should. When I told her that Willow wasn't feeling well, she's like, "Willow's sick. Oh, but Willow needs to get better. Tell Willow get better." And so we had to send Willow a video.
Oh.
It was
so
cute. Both Courtney and I loved it immensely.
Also, Piaget's butt is adorable right now, I have to say.
Look at that ass. Looking at that
Badass.
swirl. No face, only ear.
You.
Round hole.
Look at that tail. Oh.
I know.
Worm coming out of grass for the first time in spring. Look at that fucking tail.
Oh.
Oh, she's asleep. Look at her. How is she sleeping like that with like, her leg up on
She puts like her feet under the couch.
Yeah, I see that. It's cute.
She's a weird puppy.
Monster.
So as you guys pull into the cove, you see that these cliffs start to come up all around you guys, and you guys pull in, and the cliffs come down to a small path that meets the water. You guys were able to disembark, and you find yourselves on the coast of Tasoc, the wild, untamed plains of Tasoc. In the distance, you see vast, giant mountains to the north. Directly to your east, impassable forests, and to the south, plains and just open land, prairie as far as the eye can see.
Sony is salivating over these plains.
How many cows could you get on those plains?
Guys, do you know how many cows I could raise here?
How
So
many,
where's-
Sony?
I'm talking a lot.
More than his brain can process.
Now, as you guys keep
So
pulling,
where's the cove? Are we in the cove?
you guys are in the cove. You
Okay.
guys are able to see the map, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
I honestly thought the cove was gonna be there.
Do we have
Oh, but then you would have had to sail past Terenga Port and all this other stuff, and that's just,
yeah.
The sun is beginning to go down.
Wait, do we not have the city map that I could talk through yet?
Well, you're not near Terenga Port yet.
Perfect.
So, as a reminder, each of these hexes is 25 miles.
Fucking Christ, Brandon.
Fucking Christ.
You had a choice to make here.
So, movement speed, normal movement speed is 24 miles in a day. Fast is 30 miles in a day, but you guys take a -5 penalty to wisdom saves. That's all. But night is falling, so what do you guys do?
Can, I guess, set up camp for now.
Do we need to rest? Who needs to rest?
I mean,
Really
I would
start
like
shaking
spell
their head.
slots back.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Same.
Petra's in desperate need of rest
I
right
actually
now.
could really use a rest. Why don't we set up camp? Are we willing to take turns to keep eyes out? Does anybody have any protective measures we could use?
Rayler offers a few protective measures and also predominantly offers his ass, saying that he will provide nighttime entertainment for the group by dancing.
Oh.
And if anybody else would like to stay awake, he would love to explain to them what the group protective measures are. And if not, fuck you and you can go to sleep.
If you guys want, the forest is about 10-ish miles. You guys can make it there in a couple of hours if you guys book it.
Yes. Let's
No.
do that.
No.
No, we should do that.
Tashi's our
We're
mission commander, so we
exposed
should
out here. Let's get, and not in a good way, Railer. We're heading towards the forest, and we're gonna hunker. Does anybody have like an invisible, like, hut that we could all be in, like a
I
dome?
don't think that's we can just take watch and
Okay, then we'll do
Get a
watch.
fire
Who
going.
wants first watch?
If you would like to be in a 5-foot radius, I could put a protective dome over you, like sleeping babies while I dance.
What is it? Is it tiny? Is it tiny hut?
It is.
Yeah.
While you sleep like babes, I could dance. And
How big is it?
It's 10 foot, but I think you should sleep 5 foot together. Just lined up like.
Can we all fit in 10 feet?
everyone just has to
If we
plank on
cuddle.
each other.
So
Oh, Rufus, could you build us some bunk beds, like really quickly, out of
Rules.
these trees?
rules as written, you can't occupy the same space as another player, but there's no need for you to be in a space during that time. If you guys did like a cuddle puddle, I would let it happen.
Okay, Petra's a little bit anxious about being in a cuddle puddle with Rufus. Like, nothing against him personally. It's just she doesn't want to get poisoned.
Yeah.
But she's happy to
poisoned.
cuddle with everyone else.
I'll hang in a tree.
What about
Okay.
bunk beds?
Sorry.
Are you able to whittle bunk beds in a reasonable time frame?
Can you do it on the road as we walk there?
In the 10 miles?
Bunk bed?
Get on.
I do work out, but maybe not like that much.
Too much.
Here.
I'm asking too much.
I think I would need a lot of wood. I don't know where I could get.
That's some wood.
Well, I guess.
You're surrounded by a forest.
Okay. Could someone start hacking and slashing some wood? I guess, and I could.
I got a great axe. I start slashing.
I'm gonna
Would it
say
be possible?
it's gonna take you
I'll give it
2
Why?
hours to make enough bunk beds for everybody.
That's
And
honestly not
it's
bad.
going to take you guys about 3 hours to get to the woods. So it's 5 hours. It'll be probably close to middle of the night. I'm fine with that if you guys are.
We can sleep until 8 a.m.
Well,
Yeah.
so here's my thought too, because eventually we're gonna have to leave and get out of here again, and that'll be a good camp spot to come back to.
Oh yeah, this is close to where our boat is. So like, yeah, I like it. We can like set up a little hidden, hopefully permanent camp. Hopefully no one comes across it. I get what you're going for. Also, according to Gordikar's super unhelpful instructions, we had a week to get from where we were to Terenga Port. We've
Got
taken
a few days.
1 day so far.
Yeah.
So we're way ahead of schedule. I think we've got time for bunk beds and sleeping in.
I could use a day of sleep in. I haven't had one in a while.
Maybe even another game of Truth or Dare.
Oh yeah,
Slumber party.
but only with truth. Yeah, I'm down.
So
All right,
another
let's
game
get
of
to
truth.
it.
Okay.
What's that, Hunter?
Okay.
So another game of truth.
Yeah.
Let's play true.
Another game of talking about our feelings. Yay.
Okay, so we're headed to the woods of Tasoc.
So, Tashi, since you're mission commander, I'm going to use your token to denote where the entire party is, unless you guys split. So you are welcome to control that token. As you guys
We'll just
approach
go
the
right
woods,
there.
the smell of pine and oak fills your nose. It's a delightful smell, mixing with the light scent of the ocean breeze coming from behind you guys. It's several miles away, but you can still smell it. If you listen really hard, you can still hear the gulls. As you come into the woods, you know how sometimes when you go in the forest, it's like dark and oppressive, and you feel like there's eyes watching. You don't feel that here. It's pleasant. It's warm. It feels comforting and hearty. The trees seem to seem to just sway gently and softly in the light breeze. You hear the chittering of insects and see small woodland creatures scurrying around the woods. It's actually quite nice. You guys find yourselves in a nice little clearing and set about setting up camp.
And Daisy's gonna play with the woodland creatures
Delightful.
naturally. It's not like suspiciously pleasant.
No.
Can we do a vibe check?
I mean, vibe check away.
Five checks.
Vibe check for
Vibe check.
magic.
All right.
Is this a magical forest?
It is not. You don't feel anything magical about it. Well, you don't feel any more magic than you would normally feel in ambient air, like anywhere. But this is a magical universe, so.
If
Can I
I
also-
Is
help,
there any animals about?
What's that?
yes,
Are
you
there
said
any
woodland
animals about?
creatures.
Many.
Okay.
Many.
I'm gonna call it woodland creatures. Is there anything weird happening here besides us?
A lot of them look at you quizzically, and a little.
If you tell me, I won't hunt you.
Well, a chipmunk kind of comes up to you and says, I didn't know you humans could talk. Y'all seem kind of stupid.
Yeah, most can't. Just roll with it.
Huh? What do you want to know?
I meant, is there anything weird happening
I mean, there's a
Around you.
human talking to me. That's kind of weird.
besides the current thing? Is there anyone besides this chipmunk I can talk to?
Hey!
Hawk, owls, are you hungry? There's a
The owls
chipmunk right here.
the owls are sleeping. It's not quite damn. It is close time for them to wake up. I gotta go.
Hey, Stone,
The owls are
could you
waking
not
up.
piss off the locals? That would be great.
He was very unhelpful.
Well, you're asking some.
And also, you can't understand me.
Yeah,
I'm
he's just
speaking animal
chittering
talk.
away.
Oh.
Think
Well,
Emperor's New
Daisy
Groove.
says that to you then.
Think Emperor's New Groove. He's like squeak, squeakin', squeak,
Squeaker,
squeakin'.
squeak, squeak 'em. Squeaker, squeak.
As somebody who's like pretty strong on the inside, can Danzin like kind of like intuit like the tones of squirrel speak
No.
and like
What?
the body language?
No.
Absolutely not.
Not that he
I'm
knows what
sorry.
they're saying, but like
I'm not gonna. No. That takes away way too much from like the only thing druids can do.
Exactly.
That's not the only thing. Sony
I
has
can't tell if it's
really gotten
mad.
us out of some tough spots.
Yes, he has.
Truly.
Any
Can
other
I?
woodland creatures? You there?
Oh, there are many. Do you have a particular type of woodland creature you're looking to speak to?
What's your type, Sony?
You've got a line of ants like reaching up to you, like it's building. Like as you're.
Ants, you guys know everything. Anything weird happening like the square?
I haven't seen anything
Area
weird.
up
Have you
here.
seen anything weird? We haven't seen anything weird. Have you seen anything weird? No, nothing weird. Anything weird for you? No, nothing weird. Anything weird for you? I found a brown leaf. It's a little bit early for that. He found a brown leaf. It's a little bit early for that. He found a brown leaf. It's a little bit early for that. He
All
found
right, cool. Here's a sugar cube. They also should all be able to relay the same information. They're ants. They all know what the other one's thinking.
Oh, I guess technically they all should have been female, huh? Well,
Title. Here's a sugar cube.
Can Petra do a not magical vibe check? Just see if she perceives anything else in the forest besides how pleasant it is.
you may absolutely roll a perception check.
23.
It seems like a very pleasant forest. You see nothing that puts your heckles up or anything that makes you feel uncomfortable at all.
Okay, well, Petra does complain a little bit anyway because she's just not very outdoorsy, but that's that's not the forest's fault.
Rayler would like to make a perception check on nature, given Petra's uncomfortableness with it.
What?
Yeah.
Perception check on nature.
So, you typically, instead of telling me you want to roll a
Tell me
perception
what you
check, just tell me
want.
what you want to do. That
That's what I
way,
wanted to do. So then you tell me now what I have to do.
that's bass backwards. Because a lot of times you might ask something you might not even need to roll. So just tell me what you're trying to do.
Well, I want to figure out if the nature's safe and if we're all safe, perception-wise.
Nature check.
Yes, so I
I
guess...
can do perception.
No, I mean, you can roll nature or perception. That's very broad, so go ahead and pick whichever one you want to roll. Perception and 15. You find nothing that makes you feel uncomfortable or like there's anything dangerous. Your nature check of 5. You know you're in nature. There are trees.
Owls, any owls out there?
Woohoo!
You want free rats?
Ooh, for me? This is
Sure. Whoever's first.
one of my daughter's
give me
stories
a-
has an owl, and this is the owl voice. So
I was like, who are you doing? What
no,
are you
all
doing?
all of the animals in her stories have voices.
Love it.
During this conversation or this communing with the owl, Danzin immediately runs for cover. He runs for like the nearest like bush that he can like jump
Oh.
under.
And
From an owl?
I lost 3 cousins to owls.
And a very
Oh.
sizable owl comes flying down, lands in the tree, looking down at Stony. Who are you, little human?
I'm Stony. We give me like a quick flyabout, like fly like 5 minutes that way and then 5 minutes the other way. If you do that, I'll give you 3 free mice, rats, bats, whatever you want.
Make it 4.
I can give you only 3. I can make it less if you'd like.
We'll see. Wait here.
Any other owls?
Woohoo! He flies away. While he's flying, what are the rest of you guys doing?
I would like to help Rufus with
Thanks.
anything, especially in terms of like, I can get like angry big and help stack beds if you need it.
Is
Oh,
it
that would be-
possible for Petra to use like, can I use like Eldritch Blast and just knock down a bunch of trees? Is that a thing I could do?
Yeah, I mean, it
speed
does
it along
force
a little bit?
damage, so you could
Cool.
use it to shatter the base of some small trees.
Sweet. Yeah, I want to do that and help acquire wood for
Love it.
Rufus's
If
bunking
you
and
want
bedding.
me to strip the bark?
I can also turn into some sort of animal to
I'll help
like,
with
ask
stripping the
what you
bark.
need.
Oh, a beaver.
It could be a beaver.
Yeah.
Ah, great idea.
Beavers
do
don't
it.
actually
Dirty
knock down
beavers.
trees that quickly.
No, I knock down the trees and the beaver strips the bark with their
Exactly.
big ass teeth.
Yeah.
How about a giant badger?
Like a car. Well,
All right.
yeah.
What do I do for that? Keep going. I'm just trying to think of something.
I'd also
we
like.
have an assembly line.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
setting up an
perfect.
assembly line.
Well, y'all are looking for something to do after the service.
Who here knows how to cook something delicious that we would all eat?
Oh, dance.
Danzin,
Seems like somebody.
are you able to come out from that bush
Mm-hmm.
that you're hiding in? We can maybe have Stony ask the owls to not swoop too closely to your head. It would, if that was the case, would you be willing to make a meal for us?
I suppose so, but somebody's gonna have to cover my back. You there with the bow? Can you promise that if one of those owls makes a move, you can knock me free?
Talking about Rufus, because
Rufus is
he's
kinda
making
busy.
bunk beds.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Um,
Oh
Have
geez.
fate punch
Petra
him.
has a crossbow, but she's Eldritch
Also
blasting.
helping. Yeah.
I mean,
And-
I can cut anything that comes towards you.
Okay. Thanks, big guy.
Or punch it.
Right then, the
Alright,
owl
no-
flies back down and lands over Stony, nowhere near Danson. Oh, what did you want to know? I've flown. I want a mouse.
You say you want the mouse first.
Your voice seems to not be working too well, little man.
Did you say you want the mouse first?
Give me a mouse, I'll give you answers, and give me more mice. Woohoo!
Cool. Had a vermin. Give me something squirming. And he pulls out a rat and just kind of throws it at the owl. You got like a minute to eat that. To be quick.
What do you want to know?
Hanson.
Anything weird happen? Any other people around?
I see no new people. There were some men hunting in the south, but they're not near you. Ooh.
How far away is that?
Oh, many miles. Ooh.
Cool. Any monsters or beasts or anything weird?
The only monsters I see are you.
Okay, enough with the sass. Actual monsters. Come on now.
Ooh. Well,
Not with the sass.
I've seen no monsters. There are strange creatures in the woods these days, but they're fun and cute and delicious.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. What are they?
They're like rabbits, but not. They taste much better. They're smarter
That
though.
is very
I tell
undescriptive.
Daisy to get over to me Are you doing this in chitter chatter? Like I can't
Yeah, you
understand
can't
you?
understand.
Daisy
Yeah.
runs over to me and gets behind me.
Straight answer, Alan. I'll give you two rats. Is anything nearby that will kill us?
Well, I did see a few bears, but they tend not to go around camps in these parts. See, the men with sharp sticks like to hunt them.
Cool. That's enough. Sounds good. Had a vermin, give me some sperm. Had a vermin, give me some sperm. Here's your mice.
A pleasure. Grabs one in each talon and flies off. Woohoo! Woohoo!
I had jokes on him. Those mice are gonna leave his stomach in a minute.
Stony, I thought I
Devious.
asked you politely to please not piss off the locals. That's gonna piss off the locals.
That's an owl. I mean,
Yeah. Yes, owls are especially sensitive.
All right. So, is there anything else you guys are doing tonight?
Danzen's gonna make stew.
Mm.
Petra
Is it
brought some
lamb stew?
jerky.
You're making what? Jerky?
She brought unseasoned jerky. That's all she can eat.
Why can't it be
Would you rather-
seasoned?
Actually, you know what? I think I said earlier in the campaign that Petra is very fond of spices, specifically because she can only eat. She's got
Mhm.
yeah. Heavily seasoned jerky.
Yeah, you took like half the seasonings that we had available at someone's house. It was a good time. I took the other half. We split it up. We divvied it.
would you rather me be a draft horse to move logs or something that's like chops logs? Jesse.
Wait,
Rufus.
sorry, what?
Would you rather me be a horse that can drag logs or something that can like work the logs?
Do we have someone drag it? Well, I guess Tashi's big, I think, and
I can help drag.
What?
Yeah.
What?
so we
She-
have Petra
Is
It's knocking
Eldritch
them
Blast,
down.
blasting. I'm
Tashi,
dragging and
dragging.
stacking.
and stacking. I'm carving, so I need someone to strip the mark. So whatever you
Oh,
think.
I'll turn to a giant beaver and strip the bark.
Beautiful.
Daisy
Giant badger,
immensely
giant
enjoys
badger.
you being a beaver.
Okay.
Bad.
So far what we've got is Rayler is live entertainment for us all while we're setting up camp. Danson is cooking. Tashi, Rufus, and Petra and Stony are all working on the bunk bed project, and Fate is very,
Punching
very
owls.
courageously guarding Danson.
Yes.
Seems
And
like we all have a task.
Also, Railer is setting up the tiny hut.
Oh
once
yeah,
it's,
that's
once
just
it's,
a
the
spell.
bunk beds are
Good
complete.
for
Yeah.
Oh,
I just meant like right now, actively.
Yeah.
I think that Rayler is shaking ass.
Yes. Yep. Most
Make a
likely.
good team. See, the truth game pays off.
Mhm.
Something to it.
Okay, so once that's complete, I'll ask Rayler to please set up your dome over the bunk beds, and everyone can be cozy inside there. We can even have a little fire pit if you want, because I think things can escape tiny hut but not come in. Am I right, or is it just a visual? Forget how tiny hut works. Checking right now. Did you put it in the? There you go.
you can move all other objects.
It's 20
whenever,
feet, by the way.
yeah,
It's
whenever
10-foot radius.
No. Yeah, but whenever you're inside of it, you should be cuddled up in a 5x5. So
That's not
Rayler waits until half of
Just-
you are
that's just
inside
you.
of it.
That's
then
just
starts-
you. You're just making that shit. It doesn't say that anywhere.
Also, we have bunk beds, so it's just like not physically possible for us to be like. I'm pro cuddle puddle and all, but we do have beds now.
It's like Euro Trip on the train. Like Railer just keeps ending up in other people's beds. We're like, excuse me.
Don't move
Really?
around too much. I'm ticklish.
Rayler starts to just cast the spell on the bunk beds and like half of the party, and then halfway through, stops and goes, "Oopsie, you all have to be inside of this for it to work," and then stops casting it and says, "Who wants to party first?" And starts dancing around the fire.
I think we can have a fire in it. That's why I wanted you to put it in the chat. Like we can be in where we are, like just far away from the newly built wooden bunk beds.
So you're inside it, or are you outside? Because if you're inside, you have to play truth or dare.
This is like quid pro quo right here. Like, I will give you my tiny hut,
I'm sorry.
but
I have
only
no
if
idea what's
you
happening
do
tonight.
this for
This is to the
me.
viewers, by the way. I have no idea what's
Listen, to give
happening
you the
tonight.
tiny
But
hut's allowed.
thanks for
Brandon's
being
needed
here
it,
for
so
this crazy
for
stuff.
missing all of this.
I'm talking to
Yeah.
the viewers. I'm telling them I'm sorry.
Aren't we
Horrible.
all?
I'm kidding,
So
but I'm not.
Petra's tired. She stops entertaining this and climbs into the top bunk.
yeah,
She's taking a long rest, and if she dies, she dies.
I climb into a bunk to ask
So
I ask Fate if he's okay to be on his own for the next few hours. Okay. And then that's it.
Do
Then
you guys
we
have a
take
guard
turns.
roster set up?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Rather
as-
start it pulses different colors throughout the nights, like a northern light
Oh.
show.
Nice. I like that.
Who is second watch?
Petra can be second one.
Okay.
Don't you even like not have to fully rest?
No, I
That's
do.
Petra?
I almost took a perk last time I leveled up that made it so I wouldn't have to actually sleep anymore. Like I
Oh,
could, but I have to sleep.
So as you're during second watch, as you were all sleeping, everyone except for Petra has a dream. You're laying with a lover. Yeah.
Oh.
You don't recognize them. The features are nondescript. You can look at them, but you just can't quite make out their features. As you're wrapped in their embrace, you close your eyes in a moment of ecstasy and feel a rough hand brush your cheek. When you open your eyes, you see bones. You look down, and your features, lovers, are no longer indistinct. They're crisp, clear. The skinless face and mask of a skeleton looking up at you. The jaw opens, and this pitiless laugh comes rolling out, mocking and demeaning, as it turns to dust below you. And you go on with your other dreams. Wake up, as you normally would, in morning time, or those who have the next watch go up and have their next watch. But as you wake and you begin to shake off the dregs of sleep, the merciless laugh coming from the face of the skeleton that was once an intimate partner just can't leave your mind. Dawn breaks. It's beautiful. Rising above the trees. Reds, purples. I'm assuming someone strikes up a fire. Maybe you guys have breakfast.
do any of us make any noise or motions simultaneously as this is happening while Petra is on
So,
watch?
Petra,
If
you
it's
actually
moaning, it
do
sounds-
see every single person twitch or convulse simultaneously for just a split second. It could have just been an arm or a leg, but everyone moves a part of their body in a twitch at the same time, about halfway through your watch. A couple of them make little gasps. One or two of them might make slightly different, more intimate noises.
Thank you.
Right. Sure.
Do I still feel rested when I wake up?
Oh yeah, no, you all feel rested. It didn't disturb your sleep at all.
Would
That's
you
just
say
it.
that we felt a lengthy rest? A lengthy amount of
Oh,
rest?
sure, yeah, you guys had a long rest. That's fine.
Thank you.
Petra's gonna ask when she wakes up in the morning how everyone slept.
I think I slept okay. Yeah.
Out of Splinter.
Oh, yikes, Rufus! That's not
No.
oh,
I
your
can't be
craftsmanship.
confident.
Oh,
I'm shaking it down. Must be
Blame the
mistaken.
beaver.
Oh,
Must be mistaken. Rufus is a pro gaslighter.
he really is. I have more dreams than usual, but I feel pretty rested.
did you have dreams last night?
I did.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I remember.
did,
Just me.
but kind of not sure. You know what? It's fine. What's for breakfast?
I have more jerky.
We got some more fish stew that I can make.
Fish stew.
I can lure an animal here and we can slaughter it.
No, I'm good with fish stew. Let's
Okay.
do fish stew. That sounds
No,
great.
I'm good.
Great.
As you guys sit down to a delicious breakfast, you begin to wrap up. You hear off in the distance a squealing, almost like a small animal squealing and screeching, crying out.
Can I translate?
You can. You hear, "Oh, my fucking leg! Ah! Ah! Help! Help!"
Nothing to worry about, guys.
Okay.
Just the
Daisy's
sounds of
like,
nature.
you know, like those dogs that point when you hunt.
Yeah.
Daisy's like pointing. Like she's like,
Known as pointers.
uh. She's like pointing with her nose.
Yeah.
I don't think everything's okay. Are you sure everything's okay?
Are you gonna trust me or her?
Honestly,
Could go either way.
Listen.
I don't know either of you.
I'm
Listen, this
trusting
is
Dave.
nature. This thing
Then-
happened.
What do you mean nature? Did something happen in nature?
Yeah, this thing's dying, obviously.
Something's dying? From what?
I don't know.
Well, what are they saying?
I imagine something bigger than it.
Why do you imagine that?
Well, because it's probably not something smaller than it. Just because, you know.
Could be
it's a
dying of
big-
disease. That's smaller.
Oh,
what
it's
are you
not
hearing?
disease.
How do you know? What are they saying?
Oh, you know, something about a leg. It stops. Has it stopped yet, Brandon?
No.
A leg?
No, you all hear
Oh.
the screeching, still frantic, still just.
How far you said?
Petra shoves some
It's-
cotton in her ears.
it's off in the
because it's not
distance.
allowed to read a rumble book.
So
You have cotton on you? Why do you have cotton on you?
I think I
For
do
crafting?
actually. I was like fucking around, but I think I might actually.
Crafting.
yeah, it sounds like it might be 100 meters, 200 meters to the south.
Okay, I guess we're not worried about it.
I mean,
Ooh,
I
some
wouldn't
wax
be.
from my jeweler's kit.
I can go investigate. I'm really good at investigating.
Yeah,
Is
but
it
if the
getting
way
more
is away.
descriptive or is it still screaming about its leg, Brandon?
It's screaming about its leg and just begging for help.
Rayler asks the mission commander if we can assemble a team of sober individuals to go and look at the screaming, particularly Rayler and anyone else.
Well, all you hear is just a squeaking of an animal, like frantic squeaking.
Yeah, I want to see if there's like an animal that's bigger that's attacking it, or if there's an unmarked village nearby who may in fact have beer or alcohol.
Okay,
So I was going to
n-
guess now that since it's still screaming about its leg, it's probably not being eaten. It's probably stuck in a trap. That's your best guess.
See, now that was informative, Stony. That is the
Hey,
answer I was looking for from the
listen.
very beginning. Thank you
I
for
had
being.
to. You got to give me some time because screaming and then silence. Yeah, animals killing other animals. Screaming and continued screaming about its leg. It's probably stuck in a trap. You probably shouldn't interrupt it though, because people got to eat.
We're very far out for.
Okay, so the answer to your question, Rayler, is no. We cannot do that. Sorry.
Uh,
The other piece of this is that are we not concerned that there is a trap set for these woodland creatures that we did not set, which means we are not alone. So we should probably pack up
Well,
camp.
Al told me there was hunters like a ways from here. What? Miles.
Good to know,
Miles
Hunter.
away from here.
We're
That
in a
was-
very pleasant forest. Of course, people hunt here. What?
But, yeah, I
so
am
let-
not concerned about it.
You said people are hunting here? Like humans or
Al didn't say, just said people.
okay. I think we should pack up camp and start making our way to Terenga Port. What do y'all think?
Making our way to port.
Go in Terenga, go
Sounds
in.
great. What should we do about these
If we make a cart, I can
I
drag
think-
it to the horse.
Oh.
I like that idea.
Okay. Rufus, do you think you could work on that? And I'm wondering, who of you is good at like camouflaging things?
Ooh, sometimes.
Okay.
Well-
Do you think you could camouflage or camp enough that
Did
people?
you say ooh sometimes?
Yeah.
What is that?
She
A confidence
Hermioned and then
answer, or is that like
immediately
a?
Rhonda. Yeah. All right. Can you work, please? And Rupus, could we build this thing? Maybe.
Paid enough for this. I'm gonna need some help.
All
Maybe
right.
what if
help
you just
again?
take? My suggestion is, Petra
Yeah.
just take a break from her book, remove one of her earwax plugs, jewelry wax plugs. Sorry, from her ear, and suggest that we just modify one of the bunk beds. What if we just like attach?
We just put some wheels on it.
Yeah, like just attach wheels and then like whatever accoutrements we need to hook it up to
Then it's a
Stony.
car.
Stony the
That
horse.
sounds great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
That'll carve out a lot of time.
Right. Maybe even hook up a couple of bunk beds.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Stony's
each
just
other?
a horse, but like
Wait, but
You're
it's like
feeling
one
ambitious.
horse pulling multiple, like a little trail, like a little train.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but like I'm just saying like he's one horse. Like is one horse hauling 3 connected bunk beds actually going to be faster than just hiking?
Probably not. Okay. No, we'll cuddle on the one bed.
Yeah, is that actually I don't want to make us do physics right now, but
Well-
is it even remotely possible for him to haul all 7 of us, 6 of us, 7 of us?
If
Okay,
you guys
we'll-
if you
we'll
guys made a cart that had wheels, and yes, I know you'd probably need metal to make the axles work and everything properly, blah blah blah. We can forego that and assume that you guys could craft something. Then yeah, he could pull all of you guys if he wanted to.
Would it be faster than hiking?
Yes. So
I have javelins. We can use that as axles.
well, hold on. The Dungeon Master Guide says that a wagon increases the mount's carrying capacity, but not the mount's speed.
Oh, never mind then. Let's just walk.
Yeah, let's just walk.
Let's just walk.
There's a lot of work just
Okay.
for sitting around. All right. Petra, you got the outfit you want on? You ready?
Hell yeah! Sorry,
All right. Everybody else ready?
Ready?
Full bellies? Ready?
that's very thoughtful.
Let's go.
Really would like to clarify while we're on the road. Maybe, and it's over the friendship bracelet 'cause they're trying to explore that as a concept. Maybe we should all come together on our agreed shared goals once we get to Terenga Port.
I don't think like I know you well enough to be coming together, but
Well, I just think coming together builds a bond that we can work together with, and we didn't have that on the village. And what happened? The village came apart, but we did not come together. So I think that we should, at this point. Sorry, Jake's texting you.
How about we just agree
other-
no unnecessary killing?
I don't think that-
likewise, no unnecessary
that,
coming.
I can get behind that.
I hate both of those options.
Well, hey.
No
I heard
unnecessary
that.
coming.
Jake said
I
if he's
mean, all right. I mean, I can't, you're not, I'm not going to move your hands for you. So, like, if you end up killing people, it's not going to, I can't make you do anything. But that is what I think we should do.
will you direct my hands in that case, then trailer makes phallic implications.
Petra rolls her
All
eyes
right.
size heavily and starts reading while walking.
Who is your point person who is taking the lead? Is there somebody in this party who is specially crafted for traveling in an appropriate direction over long distances by using their knowledge of nature? There we go. Perfect. Is there anybody that wants to take point and lead the party?
I'll volunteer.
Great. I'll go right behind you, Rufus.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Rupus, for the first day, I just need a nature check just to see if you get lost.
Got
Here.
you.
Oh,
Play.
effective 20.
It's beautiful. You guys have an uneventful day of travel. Now, how fast are you guys going? Are you guys going the normal pace of 24 miles in a day, or the fast pace of 30 miles in a day with a 5% penalty to passive wisdom or perception?
We're ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got time.
suggest Tashi. Stand.
Yeah, we got
Alright.
time.
Like,
We're
ahead of
doing it
schedule.
normal.
We're barely on schedule, but okay.
No, we got plenty of time.
Each of these
We're-
hexes is 25 miles, and that at that pace, you'll be going 1 hex a day.
Okay.
Oh,
Hang on.
Which means that we get to Terenga Port in
Probably
8
take
days
about
instead of
7 days.
2, 3,
Oh.
4, 5, 6, 7 days. So a week.
But we already took a day.
Yeah. But it was. You said how much does it speed us up if we?
30 miles a day. You can do 30 miles a day if you're traveling fast. You just take a hit on your passive perception.
So 30 miles instead of 25 miles.
Correct. Technically, it's 24 for normal speed and 30 for fast.
So we make up half a day by doing without wisdom.
Not even that. We would need to do 5 days with a penalty in order to.
Uh,
Like, I don't see a fucking point to it.
Me either.
if we're a day late, then again, I feel like that comes down on Gortikar for not giving us a reasonable timeline
Mhm.
or very good instructions or
Rayler
any
says
information at all.
Rayler says that we need to make it in 7 days.
Rayler is weirdly obsessed with punctuality for someone who is utterly the most chaotic person that I've ever met in my whole life, and not super concerned about details and information. Timeliness, another story.
I think we can get there in 6 days, so we should probably do that.
Hunter, your mic was very rough.
How can we get back?
Nope. Your
No,
mic
we
just
got
isn't
nothing,
working
bud.
anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Did you accidentally change over to the headset mic rather than the computer mic?
I think it's like a connection issue.
Hmm.
Sorry, what did you say? Oh. Say Jordan. Oh.
So
Well,
we would
let's
take a hit
do-
on wisdom or what?
All right. So,
Passive perception.
by the DMG,
Passive
or
perception.
by the player's handbook, if you guys go fast pace, which is 30 miles a day, you take a 5-point hit to your passive perception, like he said. Now, if you guys want to travel for more than 8 hours in a day, you do risk exhaustion, but you can travel more than 8 hours in a day and would end up going farther.
And is it our collective passive perception?
Well, yes, it's any individual who's moving at that pace.
Oh, so each of us would take.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, if we do break that down, that is 3 miles an hour for normal speed or 4 miles an hour for fast. So if you choose to travel longer than 8 hours, you guys do risk taking exhaustion points, but you can travel longer at a slower pace.
And how many miles are we saying it is? 25 times 7.
It's like 150.
Okay.
Is this any better?
175. So if we do that at 30 instead, so it's 5.8. So we save a day.
Can you guys do a volume check on Hunter real quick?
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Does this sound better? This is Stony
Oh,
speaking.
That
Yeah,
sounds
so
great.
much better.
What do y'all think? I say we do slightly more than 8 for half of the days. So 3 days. We go a little more than 8. So we'll get a little bit of exhaustion, but not a lot. And we go normal speed.
Perfect. No,
Okay.
no, not perfect. Why normal speed?
Because we're going to make it up with going longer hours instead of faster hours. So we'll still get there within a week. But we'll be slightly more tired, but we won't miss anything that might be coming at us.
I mean,
Sounds great. I love that this isn't a democracy.
All right, that's what we're doing. Let's go.
Okay.
I did say I was going to do this via chaos, though. But anyway, it's fine.
All right, so that first day, how long are you guys traveling? Every hour over 8 hours makes the DC for exhaustion a little bit higher. So,
I don't remember how exhaustion works.
so for those of you who don't know, for exhaustion, this is the first time I've introduced it into one of our campaigns. Get comfy because it will be a lot in the next one. Exhaustion is used in several different places. Here for travel, every hour beyond the 8-hour marching, you risk taking exhaustion. And so at the end of your march for the day, everyone would have to roll con saves. And if you go for 9 hours, the the DC is 11. If you go for 10 hours, DC is 12. If you go for 13 hours, DC is 13, etc., so on and so forth. If you do fail and take a level of exhaustion, level 1 is disadvantage on ability checks. Level 2 of exhaustion is speed is halved, etc. Goes on until you get 6 levels of exhaustion. You just die.
You would rather take exhaustion over just maybe getting disadvantage on one attack for someone who attacks us? Just putting that out
It's
there.
not disadvantage on the attack. It's we could be completely and utterly surprised because our passive perception is so low, and they get an entire free round on us, or we don't see them with a spike
One
trap that we fall
round.
into.
One round. They don't have.
No,
Just trying to.
So it's
there
not
could be
just
traps.
it's not just about combat. It is their concern is what if there is an entire enemy force that you guys don't see, or what if there is a bridge that looks like it's gonna collapse, but you guys don't notice that and cross the bridge and it collapses and you all plummet to your death. Things of that nature.
But it's a beach.
Yes.
I think you're
And we
muted,
know that
Liv.
we're walking into enemy. Okay. Well, fair
And
enough.
so, okay,
Liv, I think you're muted.
Sorry. I was just saying it's not going to get us there fast enough anyway. It's only going to save us like half a day, and it's extremely dangerous.
it'll get us there in 5.8 days if we do it with like going 10 hours a day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's faster,
Yeah,
and we're not going to miss any threats. Well, I
Right.
mean, we could.
right.
But you're far
Less
less
likely.
But we
likely to.
could arrive exhausted, so that is a valid concern. It's 6 in one, half dozen in the other. What I want to know, I'm sorry if I missed it, Brandon. So I know it's a check. Is it like you're exhausted or you're not, or you get
Yep.
like a point of
It's
exhaustion?
pass or fail. So if you pass the con save, you're just fine. If you fail it, you take a point of exhaustion.
And what does that mean?
So there's different levels. If you have 1 point, you have disadvantage on your ability checks. 2 points, your speed is halved. 3 points, disability on attack rolls and saving throws. 4 points, your hit point maximum is halved. 5 points, your speed is reduced to 0. 6 points, you just die.
Okay, I got one. I got what 1 point is. I missed all the rest of that. I know that it's.
Yeah,
I think we get the
they get
gist.
worse.
Well, we can
Right.
cross that bridge
But
when we
finishing,
get to it.
but if you finish a long rest, then it removes 1 point of
Right.
exhaustion.
That's where I was headed with that.
And we're gonna be resting fully. Right?
Yeah, we're
Well,
resting
we're gonna be-
every night.
Yeah.
Right?
We're going to be resting every night,
So no one's
I
at
mean-
risk of dying. From
and
this
we've got a invisible tiny hut that we can all sleep in.
Yeah.
Because it's 20 feet in diameter. And so we can recover from a point of exhaustion.
Yeah.
So I say we risk it. All right.
Risk
Cool.
it for the biscuit.
We're going. We're
So,
doing it.
You get it.
All
Risk
right.
it for the biscuit.
So then at the end of the first night, I do just need everyone to make a con save for me. And since you're going 10 hours, you said, DC is
Yes.
12.
Everyone gets a.
Oh, right.
Everybody gets a +4 to their saves if they're within 10 feet of me.
Nice.
Beautiful. I got a 14 then. 13.
I got a 30.
Your first one was 9, Railer.
Yep, I roll for advantage using one of my bardic inspirations.
Perfect.
Go
Alright,
fuck yourself.
So it looks like everyone but Rupus. Oh no, Rupus. Yeah, everyone
Rupus got
but
10.
Rupus. Yes, and DC's 12.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Railer would love to sing a song of his people and expend a bardic inspiration to save Rufus's ass right now.
We can do that. If
Yep.
I not
Go ahead and re-roll. Or wait, no, it adds 4. It adds
Chief
3.
tested. That is a great
Okay.
question. We've never done exhaustion in this campaign, so that's something I'll have to go ahead and ponder. But I like that idea. Sorry, what was that?
I just don't know if I'm missing the consequences because yeah, so I would just get maybe 1 level of exhaustion so that I
And
would
then
have
you
a-
can have
a
your
low
long
check on
rest.
ability.
Mhm.
But then
Yeah.
I get my long rest.
This
Yeah.
seems like zero
And-
consequences.
And
Yeah.
as long as you don't get attacked during your long rest, then there would be no way you would lose that.
Yeah, what you guys like betting on this for? So Jesse,
We're
you
prepared
get
to be
plus
betrayed
0.
by Brandon. We're not like
Well,
Okay.
Jesse doesn't
Keeping
get
up.
the negative because Jesse gets +2 of bardic inspiration. Unless Jesse would like to re-roll instead of me, which I think would be good. A good idea.
Wait, you're giving me a +2 or you want me to just re-roll?
A 1d8.
Oh. Oh my my God,
singing to us softly as we make our last hour along.
Got an
It's
eight?
like
better.
it's like during one of those long ruck marches where you just have
Thank
someone
you.
that's like pacing. You're like, "Come on, buddy, you can make it. You can
Haley,
do
you're not
it."
that bad.
Shut up.
Are we gonna do that 5 minute
All right.
break at any point, by the way?
Yeah, we can go ahead and have a 5-minute break before we hit the next few days of the hike. As you guys set up camp after the first night, a little bit tired. Everyone's feet are nice and sore. You settle in out on the open
I feel
plains.
great. Got like a 23.
Do you guys have guard roster?
Yes.
Perfect. All right.
Well, it's going to be the same every night.
Okay. Then go ahead and rest, and we'll see what happens in the morning. I'll let you know I just rolled a 1, so nothing's going to attack you guys tonight.
Yay.
Right. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stay around and watch us struggle on walking across the plains. Here on
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
Play D&D.
Okay. We made it for the first night, though, right?
Welcome back to
Yeah.
Vets Play D&D with us, the Vets playing D&D. To answer your question, Sam, yes, you did make it through the first night. Who was the last person on watch?
Me?
Oh,
Go ahead, Danzin.
Danzin. We'll say Danzin.
Okay. Danzin, as the sun's beginning to come up, you hear your friends stirring behind you. You see silhouetted against the sky, smoke coming up from the direction of where you guys were the night before. Like campfires, maybe, somewhere off in the distance. The rest of you make it through the night, no problems, no horrible dreams, quite pleasant actually. A couple of you might have had cuddles even. I'm not sure how y'all are doing that, but you wake up, go about your business, breaking down camp.
As everybody gets up, I'm imagining Danzin kind of like cuddled up with like a mug of a tin of tea, and he's got. Dang it! I have to hold the space bar. He's got his little like smoke pipe like next to him, and he sees the smoke off in the distance. He's like, "Same." Oh wait, and then he like turns around, and when people wake up, he says, "Hey, smoke that direction."
Oh.
Just
Yeah,
to be
Mr.
clear, is it
Commander.
from the? It's coming from the direction of the forest that we camped in the previous night.
Correct.
Maybe
Seems
something's following us.
normal.
Or something.
Seems like it's again, it's a pleasant forest. People want to spend time there.
Why don't we just keep our eyes peeled as we move forward? If we see, like in future evenings, everybody on ship, whoever's on shift, just keep your eyes peeled for where we've been. Thank you, Danzin, for letting us know. I imagine it's Tang, not tea, that you're drinking in your little blanket. Okay, let's go.
All right. You guys make the journey on for another day. All right. Nothing eventful happens. I need your con saves from everyone.
Oh fuck.
Ooh,
That's fine.
or just rest.
Brandon, if I was going to turn to an animal that was better at traveling long distances for 3 hours out of these however long we're going, do I have to roll a con save?
No.
Sweet, I do that. I turn into like a gazelle or something. I don't know.
Oh,
For 3 hours
alternatively,
every day.
You
I
could
turn
turn
into
into something
something.
that flies, and
I can't do that yet.
oh, right.
Or wait, even better. I turn into a horse, and if I give someone a ride, do I still have to do a con save?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. Screw you guys. I turned into a gazelle. No con save for me.
Nice.
Yes, Alaska Karatashi is mission commander. Okay, so it
I
looks
know
like
it's
we
hard
had
to tell.
we had a
but, yeah.
few bad rolls here, but that's okay. So as you guys are laying down, Rupus, Petra, Railer.
We know how many bad rules. 1, 2, 3, 4. If there's less than 4, I can do it.
What?
I still don't see your roll. Oh yes, I do. Never
I
mind.
got a 6.
Last
Yeah.
question, Brandon. What if they are size small? Would I still have to roll a con save? I was like
Yes.
a draft horse. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So you're helping all
So it's less
of
than-
them out.
Yeah, so everybody that fucking failed that, add a 1d8 to your roll.
Oh,
So that'd be Petra, Rupus, Railer. You all can add an extra D8.
Railer rerolls.
oh, Rupus.
Railer's allowed to reroll using Bardic Inspiration, but
travel this
everybody else. Well, Rupus, fuck you, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
got a
Petra,
10.
you too.
Rupus,
God. Jesus
Petra, you
Christ.
guys are really, really tired when you go down.
Yeah, Petra's not outdoorsy. It's fine.
That's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
She's
you guys-
upset, worried about her clothes getting dingy.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys go about setting up camp. As you're doing so, Stony, you see a lot of birds flying south, but it's not It's not time for migration.
I would just go yell, "Hey, birds! What are you doing?"
Who are you?
Do they all sound like pilots? Like
We're currently flying away from a bunch of men on
Right.
horses. They are coming this way.
Oh shit. How far back?
I'd say about 10 miles, but they're moving pretty quick every day.
Shit.
Yeah, we're carrying their messages down to Terenga Port.
Wait, if you come here, I'll give you something tasty.
I carry messages. I have to get back to Terenga Port.
No. I will turn into a bird and come eat you. Come back here right now.
That roll either deception or intimidation. You pick. Actually, I don't think you're lying. You have to roll intimidation. You're not trying to deceive them at all. I'd rather not get picked out of the sky. I'm beginning my descent. And
Just so
the
you
rest
know,
of you, you
Brandon.
just hear him screaming these squawking noises into the sky.
And very aggressively, like,
Birds coming
posturing.
down.
And one of them
Like-
just starts to circle its way down and land in front of him. And you see its black raven lands in front of you with a little note tied to its foot.
What does the note say?
He hops side to side. He's not letting you grab the note. He's like, I'm here.
Give me
Like
that
you
note or I'm
asked.
going to stab you.
I really don't like this, but I like not being dead. Holds out his little foot.
Could we have a Daisy
What
Bird
does the note
showdown?
say?
Oh, never mind.
It's a quickly written note saying abandoned ship from Navy found in Smuggler's Cove.
Oh,
Be on lookout.
Shit.
we've been bamboozled.
Guys, bad news. There's horsemen like 10 miles behind us. Rufus, you can hide us and our tracks and everything, and we can just scurry off somewhere. That'd be great.
Oh, I'm feeling really tired, but I can try.
All right, so go ahead.
Does that mean
if-
disadvantage on
I think
Disadvantage.
without a trace?
disadvantage on the nature check to try to hide the tracks?
I have very high nature. Can I assist?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's see.
Railer tries to help. How does Railer's magical help to
Railer, are you proficient in nature?
Yes.
Where was that
proficient.
cat just now?
There's
behind-
a piece of furniture behind this wall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where did you just
All
pull
right.
that
Just
cat
pulls
out
it
of the
from
wall?
a pocket dimension.
I only got a
Bag of
13.
holding.
Does that do
Cat
much?
comes out. You guys, are you, Railer, are you proficient in nature?
Half proficient. That counts.
Half proficient.
What?
It says half proficient. I don't know what you want.
It says half proficient?
It says fucking half proficient. What do you want?
What
You
is
made
that?
up. It's not a thing.
Did you make that up?
I
Half?
I don't
half
believe that they're
proficiency.
making it
I'm
up.
looking it up.
I've just never heard the term, but
Better.
there's been a lot of weird shit on their character sheet in the past, and they've
It
never
looks
lied
like
about
it allows you to apply half your proficiency bonus to skill checks.
Yeah, fuck off. All of you.
Oh, it's the jack of all trades from the Bard class.
Right. It doesn't make you half
Yeah, okay.
proficient. You just get to add half your proficiency bonus.
Yes, right.
Yeah, so half proficient.
No.
No.
Does it actually appear on your sheet as like a little half dot in the proficiency thing?
It does, because that reminds them to add the half proficiency bonus. I'd forgotten about that.
That's wild.
But no, okay, you guys go about trying to how far
Last thing.
back, how far along your trail do you guys want to go to hide your tracks?
Last thing I want to try to do, Brandon. I can summon 8 beasts of 1/4 challenge rating, or
Okay.
I can use conjure animal or something.
Mm-hmm.
You can get deer as a 1/4 challenge rating.
Yeah, it's probably an 1/8.
Okay.
Unless you're doing like giant
Almost.
elk or something.
No, just regular old deer. I'm gonna summon 8 deer. I was gonna tell them.
You,
I'm just gonna tell
I'm
him.
gonna tell him.
Which is exactly what we all hear when you're talking to the deer.
From here, starting here, disguise our tracks and just like fight all over them, run in different places, just really cause chaos, and then run the opposite direction we're going.
Okay.
To really try to cover these things up.
What's in it for us?
I summoned you. You have to do it.
Yeah, what Brandon?
You're not my real mom.
That's
I will
Bambi.
end you.
All right, you got it, Chief. And they start just frolicking and
I
rolling
think they're
around, having a
considered
good
fey.
old
They're not
time.
actually animals.
Thank you for doing that, Stony. Rufus, could you please tell us where the best spot for us to be would be
Oh, yeah.
Um,
to
We
conceal
looked back-
ourselves?
Mhm.
You look around, Rupus, and you can see that you are
Okay.
in the middle of open plains with nary a rock nor a tree for miles.
Nary.
Nary.
I offer to.
It's all looking good.
What if we dig a big hole?
Do Daramon's hut again.
Very kind of you.
Great.
All right.
Wait, I can dig a big hole.
No, we don't need.
No,
we don't
we
have
don't.
time for this.
Stony,
I'm
how
just
long do we need to wait out here?
Oh, well, they're 10 miles behind us.
What? Why did you tell us to
I
hide?
did.
You
Because they're on
told us to-
horses.
So do we need to hide?
Yes.
Okay, so how long do we need to hide?
Well, the horses go at normal pace 3 miles an hour, but if they're galloping, they can go 8 miles in an hour.
Were they galloping? Do you
We
know?
gotta hide for at least probably 4 hours.
And you think what? They'll just go right by us when they see our track stop?
Well, I'm hoping that all the animals in our disguising kind of like throws them off the trail.
So shouldn't we keep moving then?
Then they would see us walking along the open plains. But if we're in a hut, then we can the hut can be any opaque color. So we can match it precisely to either the sky or like I don't know how tall this grass is, but
Yeah,
like
in
either
the movie
or.
where the little girl paints herself the exact colors of the tree.
Yeah,
then
and
stands
we'll,
up against the
like from a distance, if we stay there, we could be nearly invisible.
Riders
And
of
within just a-
Rohan, what news from...
But I'm trying to determine for how long we need to do this because
Right.
I'm trying to keep us moving.
4 hours seems reasonable. Like if they're galloping, they're gonna get way far ahead of us.
Okay.
But we can't avoid that anyway. And if they're not galloping, 4 hours, they're gonna be 2 miles ahead of us, and then we'll have an advantage on them. No, we
Okay.
won't. We'll just be 2 miles behind them. That's not really an advantage or a disadvantage. It's just a fact.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, DM, and I don't want to rush it, but
You do what you want to do. There were 2 ways this could have gone. Really fun random encounter or chase. And you guys chose chase.
yeah, we did.
I think we cover our tracks good enough. I think we just hunker down, write it
Uh,
out.
We need to
Right,
sleep anyway,
well-
right? We already traveled the whole day.
I like your pen, Brandon.
Is this the
Oh,
end of the day,
thank you.
Brandon?
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it
Sun's
was,
beginning to go
yeah.
down.
Didn't
you guys have.
give him that pen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Mhm. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's my lover's hand.
Turned into bone.
Yeah, your creepy skeletal dream lover's hand. By the way,
Yeah.
stop reading my diary and using it for material.
Oh my god, you're
Enough with
kidding
the
me,
dead
right?
lovers.
You're kidding me,
I'm
right?
sick of it.
Liv, we're gonna talk later about this for real.
I'm half joking.
I know.
All right, I'm just no more flavor. This is just strictly walking and fighting. No more flavor.
just- No, like really, it's okay. I am kidding. Like it would. If I were upset, then I would have. Anyway,
How long
yeah,
does
your
tiny
dead
hut
lover's still.
last?
I've been thinking that my mom's alive, and it keeps fucking confusing me because I want to tell her about work and be like, "What would you do?" And I can't because she's dead. And it's very confusing.
I hate that
Anyway,
for you.
Yeah, that sucks.
I really do.
Um.
Duration's 8
Okay, so
hours.
we're gonna hunker down for. This is gonna be our sleep time. Jesse, I love your mug.
Oh, thank you. My brother was stationed in Elmendorf and got it. It's like the Adirondacks.
Love
Or
it.
the whatever. Wait, the high ski race. Anyways.
Love it.
All right.
Not the Adirondacks. The yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I did a run.
The Iditarod.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
I know
you-
what you meant.
Do y'all have somebody out on guard?
On guard.
I'm gonna be watching.
I-
through-
Always.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We have
I
our
can guard.
Okay,
normal
so
guard.
so you do have someone
Okay.
outside of the hut at all
I was
times.
gonna peek through a
No.
window.
If
I
you
don't
want,
see any
I can
reason
blend
why-
in pretty well.
Ability to look outside.
Also, the
Not
hut can be
blend in, but they won't see me.
transparent from
Yeah.
the inside and opaque
It
from
is
the outside.
transparent from the
Right.
inside. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
unless
like,
you
there's
choose
no
to.
reason to have it.
So you have someone inside
be
but
outside.
awake.
Yes, we're
Okay.
inside.
Not the
Cool.
person who casts it. So that means Railer can never be on watch. Because he can't leave the hut. Everyone else is free to leave
Right.
the hut.
Right.
So I guess Railer could notify us, but if he couldn't,
Bradley's
Tasha's call.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Someone everywhere.
As night falls, you guys all feel a little bit tense, a little bit nervous, knowing that there is pursuit. You all go to sleep and have fitful dreams, flashes of mountains, backlit by red, almost blood red light, flashes of forest burning to the ground, but then beautiful flowers springing up in their wake, just seas boiling away and being replaced by glittering stars. Just strange. But you wake up and no one noticed any horsemen. No one noticed anything odd or out of the ordinary.
Did anyone see the horseman go by? Okay, so maybe we shook him.
No.
How's everyone feeling this morning?
I feel like I'm having a lot
Well
of
rested.
I can go scout everything out as an animal.
Okay, do that real quick while we eat breakfast.
I'll do that. Brandon, is our elk native here?
There would be elk.
Okay, I turn to an elk and I go back to where our trail was and see if there's hoof prints all over everything.
How far back are you going?
How far did we go away from the trail?
There's not much of a trail. You guys are just kind of...
How far did we go from where we decided, oh, there's people following us?
That's a great question. Dr. Powers?
Sorry, what?
Once we realized people were following us, how far did we stray off our original path?
Not far.
Like a half a mile?
Not even.
Quarter of a mile?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to where we left our original path and see if there's any footprints anywhere.
You
that are
see...
horsemen.
You see the prints of many deer. You see some smaller animal prints, some feline prints, some rabbit track, but nothing from horse.
Okay, I'll move back further along the trail and see if I can sense anything or smell anything. The elk got excellent.
Yeah, I was
sense.
gonna say, once you get about a mile, would you be willing to go about a mile?
Yeah, I'm an elk.
Great. So you go about a mile and you start to get whiffs of horse, sweaty, old sweat on a horse that's dried, of leather, of a hint of metal, of unwashed man flesh. In the
Cool.
distance.
So they're still
Unwashed
here.
man,
I'm
which is a
gonna,
great title.
I'm gonna
just-
circle back to where we were off the path I just went. So I'll just cut into the woods as a random elk and make my way back to where we were.
What is it? What do you smell? Man flesh.
What is it, boy?
The orcs. What do you smell? Man
So like half a mile from where we camped, I guess I'll turn back into Stony and very carefully try to not cause a path.
Okay. And are you gonna
How's that
let us
sound?
know what you found?
Yeah, once I get back, yeah, they're still there. We should wait longer.
Okay.
Railer pipes up. I think we should not wait longer. We had 7 days. We are beyond that window.
Railer,
and-
no
No,
one
no.
cares.
No, we're not. We're not beyond that. We're still on day. This is day 5.
You guys are on day
5.
3. We've only rolled 2 con saves.
I've rolled 3.
But yeah, because you
We're
jumped the
about
gun.
to do our
Five,
third.
Sam.
Yeah, you guys have traveled for 2 days since leaving the forest.
Either way, that's not 5.
This is our third day.
Yeah, you guys are
Okay.
on
We're
day
about to
3.
Embark on.
I think that we should discuss, as Petra mentioned, whenever I first joined the group, we should ascertain who we are allegiant to, and I think that we should discuss how we're going to enter Terenga Port. I can see very few ways in which we enter safely without combat due to our large size and the effect of our ineffective.
One at a time.
Okay. How do we...
Well, just come out with what you want to tell us that you've thought about.
I think that we should all come up with a way to say that we are once again saying that we are all a part of the same group, or maybe two separate groups who navigate into the city as refugees or tourists, either way, because they're the same, and decide.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not going in as a person.
Ooh, I like that. I like that indeed. We just have to get there within 7 days, and I don't think that we're gonna get there safely because they have notified via bird, and now have possibly notified via in person, and they are.
I think we got that message.
Yeah, we intercepted that. They haven't received
As a
it.
reminder, there were several birds flying.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a ton of those
Uh-oh.
birds.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm never going to be able to look at birds again and not think of tiny pilots. So thank you for that, Brandon.
You're really welcome for that.
All right. So I guess I don't really. What are you trying to get? What information? So you want us to say we're refugees from somewhere? Because they've already been notified of a Navy
Refugees with a
boat,
giant ship.
a stolen Navy boat. They're probably going to put two and two together. There's probably not a lot of groups our size rummaging throughout the woods.
Well, then can we say that the group was a part of the refugee process, and the people who manned the boat jumped off to save their friends
Sure.
amidst a fiery clash, and they lost their lives, and we don't really know what to do, and please help us, and wouldn't it be so kind if we went to the local inn and just stayed there for the night?
That sounds wonderful. How are
There's
you
one that
convincing people? How are you convincing people of stuff?
With my suave nature and good looks, obviously. Rayler takes a
good at
hand
it.
to his blonde hair.
Okay, so when we get there, can you try to convince them of that?
I mean, I think we all need to look a little bit more raggedy, but I would love it if we had some sort of combined effort to come to agreement on this.
Does everybody agree that this is a good
Do
strategy?
not agree.
no, that we should all pretend to be refugees and rely just on Rayler's charm.
We should
I don't.
rely on
I
Rayler's
don't feel
charm.
very charmed.
Well, it doesn't necessarily need to be Rayler's
Rayler
charm.
Rayler attempts to charm
Petra?
whoever.
Everyone?
Petra could pretend to be a visiting diplomat. Like, there's a bunch of different lies we can tell.
I can be a cat. Rufus
I don't
can
think-
be a wood person.
We just
Yeah.
can't put wars up where we people. A lot of them. We wiped
Also,
them
we don't.
off the face of the map.
We don't have. What?
We wiped them off the face of the map. Also, what do I have to roll to charm everybody in the group?
That's
That
not how
disagree-
it works.
I have another point to make, which is that there's no reason that we all have to enter Terenga Port all together, because we can speak telepathically to each other within a mile. We can all just not enter together,
Yeah.
and that's a lot less suspicious than
Yeah.
7 armored and armed people
Yeah.
just marching through the
Also-
gate.
Don't you have ways of making us look like we're not armored and stuff?
Me? No.
Yeah, I thought you did.
I can make
maybe
me
that's-
look like that.
Honestly, might have been Andra. What? Just Jordan.
Yeah,
left.
Jordan left.
I guess okay. It's always dangerous to split us up. Looking to not do that if we don't have to.
Well, I would just like to let you guys know you are only on day 3 of travel. You have a couple more days to hash this out, and you are being pursued by an
Yeah.
unknown force of mounted individuals.
This might not be the right time, but I'm not certain if we're going to continue to be pursued the entire time either.
I have
so.
no idea. But the other thing I did want to point out is it is also 10 after 9.
We need 10 more minutes.
No, we do not.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
So we'll pick this up
Mooch.
not next week. We will not be playing next week because we're having, the office will be hosting some special events. Is there anything you want to put a spotlight on real quick?
Sure. So next week is our SVL lead up event week to Memorial Day. Memorial Day is May 29th, the next Monday this year. We're not having an official ceremony on May 29th, but next week on Wednesday evening, we will be having some blacksmithing, like forging of chopsticks workshop together. On Thursday night, we will be attending a Mariners Oakland A's game together. And then on Friday night, if you're in town, please feel free to meet us at Schultz's at 4 p.m. It's on the Ave, and we would be happy to have a beer with you or get some food with you and get to know everybody.
That gives you a week to get your tickets and get down here, our Alaskan friends.
And that's in honor of our fallen brothers and sisters in arms along the way.
Yeah. Got to pour one out for the homies.
Mm-hmm.
All
Dead
right.
lovers and brothers.
Mhm.
Sometimes lovers.
With that, we're going to go ahead and call it. But first, we're going to say a big thanks to Roll20 and D&D Beyond for the virtual tabletop character sheets, books, etc., to Sirenscape for the sound sets we're using. I actually got to use one of the sailing ones finally. I always forgot to historically, so I was so glad that I remembered today. So thanks for choosing to be on the boat for a couple extra minutes so we could listen to the seagulls. Big thanks to Twitch and to YouTube for hosting our videos, to UW and VA, because this would not have started without you guys. Of course, to you guys, our viewers, y'all rock. Please come back, and we hope to see you soon. And of course, big thanks to my players because, yeah, I love you guys. All right, and with that, wishing you a great night and enjoy your long rest.
Here, here. Salute.